In this video, we'll be looking into data collection techniques. So, data collection techniques forms as part of your research methodology, and what are the different techniques which can be used as part of your research work in order to collect the data from the field. So, we'll be looking into few techniques. So, before getting into a few techniques, so what is actually data collection? So it is nothing but a search for answer to search questions is called as collection of data. So here you're collecting the answers for the questions which you have framed as part of your problem identification. And now we are going in search of those data, and answers for those questions are represented as datas. So data are nothing but facts which are around us, and here we collect those facts with materials, past, present, and based on the study and analysis which we are going to perform. And generally, this data collection or data consists of two categories. One is primary data, and next one is secondary data. So primary data is nothing but you generally call it as first hand information, where we directly go to the field and we collect a new set of information which does not exist so far in any of the places. Therefore it is called as first hand information. It can be from the customers, it can be from the employees, it can be from any particular group of people. Okay, a focus group, a survey, a field test. So by interviewing, so all these are methods of going for primary data collection. And generally, secondary data collection is taken from any source which is already existing, because it is second hand information. You call it as secondary data. And most of the prominent methods of collecting your primary data which we are presently using in research work is said to be survey. And survey is most commonly used method of primary data collection in marketing research, generally in research. And survey research is systematic gathering of data from respondents through questionnaires or schedules. The purpose of survey research is to facilitate, understand, or enable the prediction of some aspects of behavior of the population which is surveyed, to have a better understanding of the target group or the focus group where we want to undertake the research. And these survey techniques can be performed in three different ways. One is personal interview, next one is said to be telephonic survey, and mail survey. So personal interview is nothing but we go direct to the respondent, we meet the respondent face to face, and we have a contact with the respondent. So we give them the questionnaire or we ask them the question, we record it, and that is called as personal interview method of collecting your data. A telephonic survey is generally conducted when people are far off places where it is difficult for the researcher to travel to several places and to collect those information. And for that particular purpose we can use telephonic survey. Similarly, another method which is presently used is also called as mail survey, when you know a set of people who are involved in the internet. Okay, and you're going to collect informations only people who are access to this particular internet, and all your target group people are involved in this internet accesses. Then you can make use of mail surveys to collect your data. You can send mails by asking certain questions, or you can send your questionnaire itself attached in your mail, and you can collect your data in terms of survey. Okay, so that is also accepted today. And in survey, the most important tool which we use for collecting data is called as questionnaire. Here the term questionnaire refers to a self administered process whereby the respondent himself reads the questions, records his answers without the assistance of the interviewer. Okay, so the list of questions are given where we do not interrupt him in between. He understands and he records his answer, and in if any assistance is required we help them. Generally it is done without the assistance of the interviewer. And there are four different ways of questionnaires design: structured, undisguised, structured, disguised, unstructured, undisguised, unstructured, and disguised. So disguised is nothing but disguise means not having a clear set of views. So undisguised means clear set of views. Okay, it is direct abdina, undisguised. Indirect na disguised. That's all. So structured na in a particular format, unstructured na not in a particular format. So you just go for combinations. Structured but indirect set of questions. Structured but direct set of questions. Unstructured indirect set of questions. Unstructured direct set of questions. So you would just put in the way in which you want, the purpose of your goal, the purpose of your survey, the uh, aim, objective for which your survey is conducted. Based upon that, you select your questionnaire design method, whether you want it to be direct or indirect, whatever it is. Second one is said to be the secondary data, which we have already seen, and I've told you what is secondary data. It includes data which is already collected and stored in a particular place, where you can make use of those data for your reference purpose. Okay, so it is not collected for the first time, it is already collected, stored, and it is used for several purposes. And here also you can make use of such kind of information which is already stored and referred. And here the sources of secondary data can be referred as internal and external sources. Internal sources, all of us know. Several sources of internal data in the organization would be sales record, marketing activity, cost, budget, your accounts, so your reports, your customer feedback, all comes under the handling of secondary data. Internal sources. Next one is said to be external sources. So external sources of data are nothing but where you can collect it from government source, government gazettes, or from commercial sources, magazines, journals, etc., and all. Industrial sources, so you have your general, today we have several websites which gives us several informations about the share markets, or the stock exchanges, or different more informations. So other miscellaneous resources, so all these are called as external sources of secondary data, where you can collect them and make use of them. Okay, so in this video I have given you a brief idea about the data collection methods, primary and secondary, the tools used for collecting those data from the field. Okay, thank you for watching this video.